my particular interest is in understanding how, given the kind of the dominant understanding of men as providers or breadwinners, shapes their economic decisions. And a lot of my work, which is in this informal settlement on the outskirts of Johannesburg, where there's a significant proportion of foreign immigrants who live there. And so, although many of these Black South African young men will say the problem is job, the kind of absence of work is described as the kind of the cause. But when you ask people about their own work preferences, it's very clear that they're not prepared to do a lot of the jobs that foreign immigrants are prepared to do. And so that's partly about the wages on offer, that young men are not prepared to work for kind of any wage on any kind of terms. And so the kind of rejection of certain types of jobs is also the rejection of certain types of lives or ways of living. And to refuse a kind of job is to say work should enable a different kind of life, and the jobs on offer don't. They basically only allow you to kind of live day to day. And so the rejection of a job is really about the aspiration of something beyond that. In the kind of group of 30 young men whose lives I know in more detail, only one of them is married, and a significant number of them have anywhere between 1 and 3 children with different women that they don't currently live with. One of the men who I draw upon in the paper tomorrow, it's looking at how his choices about supporting his 2 children are tied to the behavior of his ex-girlfriends who are the mothers. And if he sees them as being deserving enough of his very limited income, or based on need. So if the mother all of a sudden gets a job, then he feels as if he can defer or abscond from those responsibilities. And also that then, having a new girlfriend comes with new kinds of financial obligations. And how do you justify to yourself and others why you support your current girlfriend versus your current children or your and I think that is the nature of many young urban men. They feel very deeply their sense of obligation, and that those are kind of moral and ethical questions for them that they have to negotiate with kind of constraints that are put upon them in many ways.